A milestone marked for the best-selling commercial van. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. With us from Ford is Archives and Heritage Brand Manager Ted Ryan. Great to see you again, Ted.
It's good to see you again, Fred. And what an exciting topic. 10 years of the best-selling commercial van in America, and proud to say it's a Transit. And conceptually, best-selling van in America, best-selling truck in America. Ford takes America and we put them to work.
Now, it may be confusing to some, especially if they're outside the US, because they may think, wait, Transit, 10 years? No, it's been longer than that. So give us the overview.
Yeah, the quick rundown is that the Transit was introduced almost 60 years ago. We're coming up on 60 next year with in England, and it was a distinct design and has been the best-selling van in England now and in big parts of Europe for decades. But in 2014, we brought that superior design, and it phased out the old Econoline series, the E. There's still some E's around, but the design on the Transit was so good that it replaced the boxier, more square Econoline, and it gave you the ability to have the high tops, all the different van configurations, and that's part of what makes Transit so popular now is all of those amazing configurations that you can do. And they can take your commercial van and you can turn it into whatever you need it for your particular business.
The Transit has that longer history outside of the US. And 10 years ago, they bring it to the US. And these come out of where? Kansas City, the Kansas City plant, or near Kansas City?
Yeah, 100% made in Kansas City. So all American made. In that length of time to 10 years, 1.2 million of the Transits have been sold. And I love this stat. 99% of those are still on the road today, being used as the workhorse that they are. And the exciting thing with Transit too is it now has an electric platform. The E-Transit's the best-selling electric van in America. And we're making some new changes and modifications and announcements that will allow dual charging, which will allow you to charge even faster. My favorite feature, because I have a Lightning, is it has the Pro Power on board, which if you've never experienced Pro Power on board, Fred, you need it. You can run a compressor, you can run a job site off of it, you can run computers. It's just amazing to have that amount of power at your fingertip to be able to run a job site or put the van to work in a different way.
And there are going to be improvements in the range as well, I understand.
Improvements in the range and improvements in the charging speed, which is one of the pain points that the customers have, is that they get out on the road and they want to be able to get a quick charge and get back up and going. And some of these enhancements are going to make the van come to life differently. Full ability to do a full charge overnight. So basically quick charge. And the expanded number of locations now that Ford has access to the Tesla supercharger network you're gonna have power whenever and however you need it. So it's gonna take the vans that were already popular. It's already best-selling electric van in America and ramp it. Well, turn it up to 11, as they'd say in Spinal Tap, and make the E-Transit the preferred van of choice.
That's interesting. And of course, these vans, while they are known as workhorse for many, they're also fun for others. I've seen some RVs that have used the platform, right?
Yes, I was just down at Cape Canaveral for a space launch, and I actually the parking lot across from it had a bunch of the RVs, and they were customized Transits where they'll take the Transit, and we have upfitters who can actually turn a Transit into a van on the go. Where you can turn it into a mini Winnebago. So it's just amazing what you can do with these vehicles. And that, frankly, that's part of the reason we brought that Transit chassis over from England and over from Europe, is so much more versatile. The E-Series was the stalwart. I learned how to drive in an E-Series in 1965 with a 3 on the tree. So those vans had their place in time, but the Transit, with all the configurations, the high top, the custom shapes that you can give them, it becomes exactly what our customers need.
Now, for people who may not be familiar with the Ford Heritage Vault, where you been, right? So it's a great site, lots of fun, and you've won lots of fans there. Tell us more about it.
The Ford Heritage Vault, we launched it almost 2 years ago now, Fred, believe it or not. And we have over 16,000 images, brochures, press releases now. We've got an exciting announcement coming in April that I'll just tease to say one of our most famous publications will be going online. But the numbers are staggering. We're averaging about 1.2 million searches a month and almost 400,000 downloads a month. So 250,000 people a month go into the Ford Heritage Vault, find the content they're looking for, and best news, Fred, it's free. So if you are interested in the Transit or the Econoline, you can go in there right now and see a wide array of digital photography and brochures on our various products over the years.
Or anything else, Ford, right?
Anything else, Ford? We just, I don't think I spoke to you since then, but we just added almost 3,000 concept vehicles. So if you want to go see the Lincoln Futura or the Gyron or all these other, including some great concept van images as well over time, you can go see them at the FordHeritageVault.com.
Terrific. Again, it's FordHeritageVault.com. Real easy. Ted Ryan, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thanks, Fred. I'm looking forward to talking to you again in the future.